Hi guys, welcome in. Make sure this is turned down. Okay. I'm gonna bless this message as I finish setting up. And yeah. Okay. Anything not of the light or the divine plan is no longer welcome here and must leave immediately. Calling upon my angels, my ancestors, only of the highest white light, and Archangel Michael as I calibrate to the energy of the collective. No weapons formed against me shall prosper. Amen. Okay, so we're chilling. You guys get comfortable. This is a bestie slumber party slash pep rally. Grab your Red Bull, your coffee, your tea, grab whatever you be snacking on, sipping on, and because I'm going in. Okay, I'm going in. Can you guys hear me okay? Sorry, I'm running behind. I just got off of work and I was like, let me go live really quick. That way I don't have to like edit. And yeah. Okay. I think we're ready. So today's message, ooh, and I got a Red Bull, guys. It's happening. It's happening. I have a Red Bull. I have not had a Red Bull in a long time. I don't even know how long. These have just been sitting in the fridge. I'm like, it's time. I want one today. So good. I think it's been like 2 months since I've had a Red Bull. Delicious. Not healthy, but delicious. Okay? If you know, you know. This is a judge free zone. So whatever you're bringing to the party, that's your business. Okay? It's your business. All right. Today's message: your work motivates people. Hello. Hello, bestie. Your work is motivating people. And this is something that you need to keep in mind. If you guys saw what I posted, I reposted Chandler's post. And I just loved him. I just loved what he posted. I'm like, that's so perfect. Like sometimes we literally be forgetting what we bring to the table, or we think we have a general idea of what we bring to the equation, and then we get to see it from somebody else's perspective. Like, hey, don't forget you're awesome. So this is kind of that message. Like, don't forget that you're awesome. I texted him after and I'm like, oh, I love this. And he's like, I mean it. I'm like, I love it. I'm here for every second of it. Your work motivates people and you are ushering in a new era. These people are not never going to forget it. They're never going to forget that you helped usher in this new era. They're like, oh my gosh, they really be doing their thing. But you guys are so in the moment of like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta run here, I gotta go there, that you don't really get to marinate in the, oh, this is awesome and this is why I do this. You feel me? Thank you, Black Cat. Hi, Kyrie. Hi, Olivia. Hi, 89. Hi, K Marie. Hi, Bad One. Hi, YouTube Verse. Hi, Holly. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Money Up. And Ezer and Susie. And I think I got everybody. So yeah, you can't quit now. Bestie, you can't quit now. You might want to. You could be totally over it. Like, I'm so exhausted, I'm going crazy, but you are a pioneer for this new era. Everybody else, like, you think you're dragging your feet? Everybody over here is dragging their feet. They're still with the karmic. They're still in a relationship that they hate. They're still living with the parents that they can't stand. They are still in the friend group of the people that they don't like. They're still the job that they just don't like going to, that they have so much anxiety before they, get up in the morning to go to this job. You are so far ahead of that. And you need to give yourself a standing ovation because look how far you've come. And it's not to compare the two, but you know, you know, you guys already know. So when you're feeling bad, you're like, you know what? This is what I've walked away from. So I want you to think that way, to say this. I walked away from what didn't serve me. I'll walk away from what doesn't serve me. I'll do it every freaking day of the week. You cannot tell me anything. I got one foot out the door, a bag packed. I've walked away from toxic relationships, toxic parents, toxic jobs. I'm standing in my purpose. I am the channeled message. I am the prophetic word. I am the galactic truth serum. You better ask somebody. You're the pioneer of ushering in this new era. Everyone else that's like scared, you know, they're the fool looking at the cliff like they don't even want to go near the cliff. And you're like, I'm going to just jump. It's about to look crazy. I can't fly, I can't swim, but I'm just going to do it. And everyone else is yards back like, that girl's crazy. That guy is crazy to be doing all of that. But this is the norm for you. You are always presenting a new normal. I'm getting that you guys listen to a lot of Joe Dispenza, or you listen to a lot of Mel Robbins or Wizard Liz. You guys are going to be a guru like that. It doesn't matter if you're on the first year of that, if you're just thinking about it. Like if you know that you have a purpose, okay, if you know that there is a song inside of you, a beat inside of you, a book inside of you, I want you guys to drop your crowns down below. If you know, you might not know the who, the what, the where. You just know you're going to jump off the cliff and somehow God's going to help you fly. The divine is going to help you fly. So you don't really need to know all the details because the details would probably terrify you. We can't see all of the big picture. We just know we're involved. If you guys know that with every fiber of your being, you're like, I don't know how I'm the guru, but I just am. I just know I am. I don't know how I'm the GOAT. I'm just a generational curse breaker, but here I am. You are the pioneer ushering in a new protocol, and everybody else that's like crapping their pants to the right is like, oh my gosh, the collective is so brave. Stand on that. We're going to talk about that. Look at all those crowns. Yes, you all have greatness in you. And I feel like the people that are gravitated towards my channel are tapping in and knowing like there is greatness. I am a vessel. I am channeling through the divine what I need to help people with. And each and every one of you have different abilities. You have different ways of doing that. Some of you guys do it through writing, through music, through dance, through the spiritual community, through tarot, being an oracle, being an earth angel, whatever it is that you guys do. It could be astrology, it could be tarot. There's so many avenues. There's no label. There's no label for what you do. Okay? So let's talk about the fact that you usher in the new protocol. You are the pioneer of what people are terrified to do. So people are looking at you, okay, because you motivate, your work motivates people. And that is something that the divine wants you to embrace right now. The days that you feel like giving up, like, you know what, I didn't get any views, nobody's tuning in, nobody clicked on my song, nobody's sharing it, nobody's following me on my social media, whatever the case is, God is wanting to remind you, the divine, the most high, that you have greatness in your DNA. And you are far braver than you could ever imagine. Your work inspires and motivates people to figure it out. Something about your angelic, I don't know what you emanate, what you embody, but however you do that, it inspires people to want to figure it out. You know, we listen to people and we can overdo that. We can get overstimulated by listening to, motivational speeches and pep talks. But how many of those people really make you want to jump out of your seat and figure it out. You'll never forget those people either. You guys will never forget those people that made you want to try to attempt to do what they do. You're like, I don't really know, but what they do looks awesome and I know that I can do it too. All that you have is knowing that you're talented, knowing that you can do it, and you're going to have fun along the way. When I first started my channel, I didn't know what the frick I was doing, but I was so inspired. We had Star Girl, Gem Goddess. There's a lot of other readers that I was like, oh my gosh, like it's just so magical. I want to be magical on the internet. And I didn't know half of what I should be doing, but I figured it out and I enjoyed the journey along the way. I remember rushing home from work. You know, when I first started, I worked at a pizza place. I was making minimum wage. I freaking hated my job because I wasn't bartending. And I remember like getting home and smelling like bell peppers and pepperoni and onions and being like, whatever, I'm going to film. I remember buying my first desk on Facebook Marketplace and being like, this ish was $75 and it's already assembled. I'm going to drive across town and pick it up. Enjoying the journey. I remember buying my first deck. I remember my first beginner's deck. I remember writing on flashcards. I mean, I still be doing that. But I remember like really needing to write on flashcards. Then it was for meanings and how I interpreted things. Now it's just to remember like, oh, I need to not forget this channeled message and the details of it. But I will never forget being able to buy decor for my home, to be able to film. I'll never forget the day that my husband took me to get a big table that I could film at. I will never forget that. Like, I didn't even want to wait for the people to deliver it. I almost broke the table. It is a granite top heavy table. And I literally put it in a vehicle it should not fit in and thought, I don't care if the hatchback is open. I'm going to figure out how to get this to my house. Instead of waiting 2 weeks for it to be delivered and assembled. I tried to not only lift this on my own, I didn't want to wait for my husband to get home. He was like, you're crazy. And I dragged it home, almost lost it, but it was, roped in pretty good. But driving on the freeway with your hatchback open or cracked is terrifying. And then I remember needing to flip the table, putting the legs on and then thinking, oh my gosh, what did I do? This is a granite tabletop, like, and now I gotta flip this mother effer over. I almost broke it. But I'm remembering the journey. Like, I'm so grateful. It took months, days, weeks, years. And I wouldn't have it any other way. All of the cycles that I needed to close out were vital. If I didn't walk away from a job, toxic family members, toxic parents, and toxic friends, I wouldn't have gone through my spiritual awakening to start my purpose. So whatever negative things you guys feel like you're pushing through, when you get to the other side of it, okay, when you get to the other side of it, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like this is so amazing. This is why I had to go through that. And I know it's easier said than done. When you're in something toxic, when you're trying to break the chain, you're like, this freaking sucks, and I'm losing hope, and I'm feeling desperate, and I'm feeling attached, clingy, codependent, needing validation. What do I actually do with myself? I don't even know. That means you are on the precipice of change. You are on the precipice of greatness. Something amazing is about to be dropped onto your lap because you're not giving up. So you can't quit now. Okay, whoever I'm speaking to, you cannot quit now. You just can't. You just can't. I remember the first year I was on YouTube I think this was before I was monetized. I had 4,000 or less subscribers. Okay, it took me a year. I had a lot of deaths in my family. I lost a lot of loved ones at the beginning of my channel. So I lost a lot of loved ones. I was grieving the loss. On top of that, what was I dealing with on top of that? I was dealing with followers or subscribers that turned into stalkers. I had ex-moderators that were stalking and creating content on TikTok and on YouTube and creating channels slandering any picture, any video of mine that they could find, impersonating me. I dealt with so much spell work the first year of me having a channel. And that's why I maneuver the way that I do now. That's why I don't have mods. It's why my live streams are on restriction. It's why I have certain words blocked. So I just don't have to deal with it. You guys are going to realize that as the pioneer, you had to go through those things to see like, oh, this is why I have the standards that I have. This is why I have the protocol, the routine, and the regime that I have. You have the gravitas, okay? The ancient Roman virtue. You have the seriousness, the vigor, and the strength, and anybody that wants to doubt it can fly a kite off of you know what, okay? Can fly a kite off of you know what. Hold on. Yeah, exactly. No weapons formed against us shall prosper. It's not happening. Look at this. This is you guys. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, do you see them like summoning the dragons? Like, I'm scared. They should be. They should be scared. Because you are here to rule. You are here to lead. You are here to teach. Riddle me what? You're here to do that. They're like, oh my gosh, like, I thought we were brave. There are people to your right, the ones crapping their pants, okay? They think they're brave. You wanna know why? Because they come out in droves. Okay? Hold on. They come out in droves. They think that because they use a bunch of words, because they spew a bunch of paragraphs, they think that because they've got like 5 people linked up with them, that they are somebody. They're not anybody until they can stand alone. Just you and the divine. Just you and the Most High. Not hiding behind anything. So when people see you out here in these streets like this, they're triggered. You see it in the chat, okay? You see that. There's nothing even happening right now. And people are like, oh my gosh, I'm melting. Let me tell you about yourself. It's like, get in line, okay? Here's a ticket, okay? Take a number. Don't run out of breath. Don't take all the exhaustion. Don't take all the oxygen out of the room. Don't hurt yourself. You need to take a number and you need to get behind hater number 540. Okay? Because you're not important. Because if you were, you'd be on your own platform doing some whatever. You feel me? So you guys are showing these people what brave really looks like. This is why you inspire people. Okay? If anybody was just looking at this earth angel just walking around by the flowers, they wouldn't think like, oh, that earth angel can command dragons. They would not think that. They would not think that. They'd be like, oh, she's a real sweet girl. Thank you, Land, for your donation. She's real sweet. But now everyone can see who you really are. Like, dang, they can stand alone. Dang, they believe in themselves. Dang, they're walking in their purpose. They're with their divine counterpart. They went zero contact with their family. They walked away from somebody they thought they were really in love with. This is you guys. You can direct anything. You know how to direct chaos. That's why these people don't like you. Well, we're not here for them, okay? But they're watching. They want to monitor your every move. Like, oh my gosh, look at what they're doing. Like, what? Doing it well. You know what it reminds me of? There's a movie that just came out last year. I'm going to share it with you guys in the community tab after live stream. And it has Johnny Depp in it, and it's in French. It's in French. It was in the Cannes Film Festival, I think. So I don't know if I'm rating. I'm 23. Can you guys hear me? Oh my gosh, look what card is next. The Fool. I said unplug my mic. It happens all the time, especially when I move my setup around a lot. Okay, so I'm going to back up. There is a movie, a French movie, Jean de Barry, and it has Johnny Depp in it, and it's a new movie. So this is you guys, okay? You guys are Jean de Barry, who comes into the king's presence and just hypnotizes him, okay? He's already married. He's not really, hanging out with his wife. She's basically brought around to entertain him, and they fall in love. But the royal family doesn't accept her because they're like, she's a whole harlot. Why are we going to be friends with her? We're not gonna, yeah, we got Pikachu right here. Why are we going to be friends with her? We're not friends with her. Like, she's a harlot and she's hanging out with daddy. Like, why are we going to, his daughters are making fun of everything that she wears. They call her a creature. And she's this beautiful, magnetic earth angel. And they're mad. So they would make fun of everything that she would wear, and then the next day they would be wearing it. She's wearing stripes for a dress one time. They're like, oh my gosh, that looks like a curtain. And then they're wearing stripes the next day. They're making fun of her wearing masculine clothing. One day she wanted to dress like the king, and they were like, ew, what is she doing? It didn't matter what she did. They would freak out. The whole movie, I'm like, this is so The Collective. The Collective gets special treatment over here. And everyone's losing their mind. That's my besties. Go best friend. That's my best friend. So they're like, oh my gosh, look what she's doing. She's kissing the king. She's loving the king. She's nice to the king. She's making eye contact with the king. Look at what she's wearing. And it's like, oh my gosh, her outfits were amazing. And then they would copy that. So that's what you guys do. You set trends. Everybody's going to be like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? It happens in my live chats all the time. These people are in here and triggered because they want to be doing the same things. And I'm trying to motivate them to do that, but instead they're attacking me. And it's like, riddle me what? Riddle me what? So I'm going to share that movie with you guys. It's a brand new movie. It was part of the Cannes Film Festival. Johnny Depp is in it. Now it is in French, so it's in English subtitles, but it's good. I just watched it last night. I like literally got 2 hours of sleep because I was like, I'm watching this. Well, I was like doing my books for my business, and I was like, well, I'm multitasking. I'm watching this movie. I'm trying to read the subtitles. I'm trying to do my books. And then I still have to get up for work in the morning. But I really think that you guys will like it a lot because you will resonate with her story. And I love sharing movies with you like that are like that. And it's also based on a true story. I think it's about King Louis, but I don't know a lot about King Louis. I know a lot about like the Henrys, the King Henrys. You feel me? So this is you guys commanding the sky, scaring the bejesus out of everyone. They're like, oh my gosh, they're looking at the dragons. They're talking to the dragons. Maybe they're crazy because they want to be that brave. You motivate people to get some work done. Even your haters do this. Okay? So you're motivating a community. Those are going to be the people that ride for you. Then you got these people over here and they want to fight it tooth and nail. I don't like what they're doing. I don't like what they're about. I don't agree with it. I'm going to label them of what I think they are. Guess what they're doing the next day? Trying to start a YouTube channel. Trying to wear the same outfit as you. Trying to emulate what you're doing. You are brave. Okay? You are ushering in a new era. And people don't know what to do. Thank you, Land, for your donation. Like, they don't know what to do. They're like, whoa. They just thought you were going to dim down your light the stronger that you got. Why would we do that? Why would we do that? These other people that you guys are getting smoke from, they're not happy. And so you energetically and intuitively, you try to steer clear of them. You're like, these are not some happy campers. I do not need to be around them. Like, you try to avoid them like the plague. You also pray against them. And I've been telling you guys for the past week that you've been making your enemies ill by praying against whatever evil, dirty plans that they're up to. But yeah, these people are in it to win it. So let me be clear. You inspire people to be in it to win it, good and for bad. Your enemies are like, I'm in it to win it. I'm going to take them down. At least they're motivated, I guess. And then you also inspire a community to be in it to win it. Okay? People are never going to forget you. You're going to be like the names in history, whether you want to be or not. And that might make you uncomfortable at first. But some of you guys are getting more comfortable or used to the idea that you will be remembered. People will remember your name. You are supposed to be speaking or performing or entertaining or motivating a mass amount of people. Not a little bit of people. That's your warm-up. Okay, that is your warm-up. Your strategy is changing. And because your strategy is changing, people are kind of looking at you like, what are they switching up? What are they doing? Something's different about them. I don't know how to put my finger on it, but something is different about them. Even your followers, your subscribers are like, there's something different about them. You are starting to believe in yourself despite everything that you've been going through. You're like, I do motivate people to want to put in that work. I do motivate people to not give up. I do motivate people to be in it to win it. Do you think you could ever forget somebody that saved your life? When you guys write that comment to me, like, you don't know how much I needed you, or in dark times that you helped get me through, those comments melt my heart into a million pieces. Do you think I would ever forget a comment like that? And do you think you would ever forget somebody that was there for you when everybody else turned their back on you? Do you think that you would forget who believed in you when you felt like you were at your worst? I don't think so. Okay, we don't forget the people that helped us out of a dark time. We don't forget the people that believed in us when we felt like we were at our worst. So yeah. It's like a dream within a dream within a dream. I don't know what that means, but it's what I'm channeling. You guys are within an awakening, It's like you're in a cocoon, but there's another cocoon, another cocoon, another cocoon. And you're like, oh my gosh, like, when am I going to get up out of here and become the butterfly? It's happening. It is happening. Because I'm hearing things like that Joe Dispenza would say. That's why I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you listen to Mel Robbins or Joe Dispenza or Wizard Liz, whoever it is that you guys listen to, you're shifting your strategy with how you speak to yourself. You've learned what works for you and reprogramming your subconscious, and you've learned what doesn't work for you. You've learned what a pump fake is and what an end round is and what actually sticks. Okay, you're no longer throwing things at the wall and trying to see what sticks. You now know what sticks. So maybe some of you guys don't like listening to Joe Dispenza. And I don't know if it's Spenza or O, but I think I'm saying it right. Maybe sometimes you guys feel overwhelmed by everything that he's trying to say. And that's okay. Maybe you need his wisdom in small doses. You are having these hard conversations with yourself, but you're in an awakening within an awakening within an awakening. And this protocol, the way that you're like just believing, you know what? I've been through way worse. Or maybe you haven't been through worse. And you feel like this is the worst that you're going through. We are in a Venus retrograde. We are entering a Mercury retrograde. There is going to be an eclipse and another retrograde. Like, there's a lot of things going on. But no matter when you come across this message, you are a heavy hitter. You don't just go down without a fight. You're the spiritual knockout. Like, look at these arrows. Who's trying to unalive someone that's already laying down? That's how strong you are. They're like, we gotta make sure, because they're a fighter. They're the phoenix. We got to make sure. We got to still shoot some arrows. I literally can't. So you're starting to plant new seeds. You're starting to realize where maybe you've been letting negative talk seep in. You're going through a whole reset with your body. There's a lot of stress or things that you've been going through where maybe you ignore the body, okay? Now, this isn't for everybody. Only take it if it is for you. There are things that have been happening to you and you're like, I don't even know what to do with this. And it's because the divine, God, the Most High, the universe is trying to get us to reset, recalibrate what is going on in our body. And it has to do with gut health, and the digestive system. Because a lot of problems stem from there. And no matter how many years or decades you've gotten away with ignoring it, putting a Band-Aid on it, you are now seeing that a lot of problems, whether it's infertility, other health issues, inflammation, there's a lot of other problems that stem from gut issues, anxiety, brain fog. And so all of this winding down this path, all of these detours and being derailed and then having to get back on the path again has been leading you to a better way of taking care of your body. And that is why you are glowing the way that you are currently. That is what people can't put their finger on. Something's different about them. Maybe you are doing something impossible. Maybe you didn't feel like it was possible to even work towards some of the goals that you're working towards. Maybe a month ago, you were like over it. I can't do it. I tried. I invested. That didn't work. I tried it. It didn't work. So now you're trying a different approach and you're believing that it will work. Okay, you are believing that it will work for you. Okay, let's see what else is going on here. We have the Ten of Cups. Whoever I'm speaking to, whoops, you are creating your Ten of Cups. Very close to home, very close to your heart. You are starting to realize, do I really need this part of my life anymore? Maybe not. What brings sunshine into my life? What makes me feel comfortable? What makes me feel happy? Right now, you are doing things for comfort, joy, pleasure, and comfort. Not just because you want to go back a step and try to be comfortable, but you guys know what I mean. Like, you're not trying to go back to be comfortable in negative patterns or cycles that don't work for you. But you are seeking comfort by the way that you're working on yourself, like not being too hard on yourself, not overstimulating or giving yourself such a hard time or trying to be a perfectionist. Okay. We have the Hangman. There is something that you feel like you're stalling on. There is something that you feel like puts you in the spirit of delay, or you feel like, yeah, you're procrastinating. Is it going to a doctor? Is it starting a channel? Is it starting that social media? Is it getting a journal? Is it breaking up with someone? Each and every one of us have something that we're working on that we know doesn't resonate with us anymore. And it might be a crutch or a codependent relationship. And it might be the last of all of the things that you've gotten rid of. Okay, it might be the last of the things that you are getting rid of. And I know for certain that there's a lot of you where it is the last thing that you're dealing with, because you wouldn't be here if you had a whole bunch of them that you were holding on to. Okay, so you're like, I can't get caught up on the fact that that doesn't work for me anymore. And I'm just going to do me. I'm just going to do me. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't know why there's so many people focused on what you make. It's like, because you present yourself in a certain way, they don't want to support you because you look like you're not struggling. Just because you have a high tolerance or threshold for pain does not mean that you're not struggling or having a hard time. But this is their excuse of why they don't support you. I label you because, I mean, you look like you're doing fine. I'm hearing a motorcycle. They think you're doing fine. They're like, they don't need me. I don't need to help them. I literally can't. We have the King of Wands. You're like, I'm extremely resourceful. I'm beautiful. You have like 6 different personalities. And you're going to start embracing all of these characters in your life. You're like, I'm amazing. I could be this person one day and this person the next day. And I love that for me. I'm never bored. I'm never bored. You guys could be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. So the first 2 weeks of this Venus retrograde might be annoying to you. Like, I don't like this. So be careful of being very impulsive. Okay, be careful of anything impulsive that you might regret. That is a new idea. Anything impulsive or that is a new idea. Okay, if it's an old idea that you've had for a while, it's probably not impulsive. But I know you guys will use your discernment. Aries does not like being in the sign of, doesn't like being in Venus. It doesn't work. Okay, but you guys are trying not to be delusional about how you move forward. You're like, I want to feel confidently like good that I'm making the right decision, but I don't want to like be delusional about, you know, my progress or how far I've come. You have a love offer coming in. But you've got so much going on. Some of you guys are going to miss this love offer. There's somebody that, I don't want to say you're going to miss it, but you could already have love in your life and it hasn't maybe been the main focus of your life. It's going to be right now. That's why I say comfort on a different level. You're going to be love struck, love stoned, love at first sight, a fast moving relationship, unexpected love. Okay, this is going to be electric. So there's some of you guys that are falling in love with your person all over again after some traumatic or chaotic, like a chaotic cycle maybe you guys just ended, and now you're resolving it and everything's good, and so you're rebuilding. But this is a love offer, whether you're single or with someone, that is sincere intentions, solid beginnings, and a romantic new chapter. This would not be coming in if you were not doing the work. Okay, this would not be coming in if you were attached to the fact, if you were looking for it. And now this happens for each and every person in different times, but this is what I'm channeling. Okay, love came in very strong, that you guys are going to get a new beginning, whether you're with this person already and you've been falling on hard times or you haven't been seeing eye to eye. Especially if you guys have the same rising signs, that might be a thing. Let's say you guys are both Cancer risings or you're both Aries risings. Like, there's things happening. Sometimes you guys just bump heads. But there's love coming in. And this love is going to help you glow up. So there's two aspects. There's love and your health. And together, you're going to be feeling amazing. Okay? You're going to be feeling amazing because you have this self-love. You feel detached from certain outcomes. Like, I'll get that when I get that. It'll be amazing when I do, but I'm not going to sit here and worry about it. I'm going to enjoy right now. It's not easy for a lot of us that endured a lot of narcissists, that have CPTSD. It is not easy for us to just sit in the moment and be present. It's not easy to do all the time. So a lot of you guys could be meditating more, especially if you listen to Joe, Dr. Joe. Okay, if you listen to Dr. Joe, you're like, okay, I'm going to work on meditating. I'm going to work on how I see myself. I'm going to work on me. And you're glowing. This is a big positive change, and people are seeing a new you. You're dancing as if nobody's watching you, and people are watching you. Okay, this is like having a car concert. You know the people to the right of you are like, what are they doing? Having a grand old time. Okay, having a grand old time. Another thing is people are going to feel like they're under your spell. People feel like when they're around you, the energies are aligned. They feel like good things are happening. You're going to start feeling like good things are happening for you. So I'm really excited for this shift for you. You're like, okay, I'm ushering in a new era. I can feel it. You can feel it in your bones. You are changing your DNA. You are changing the molecules. Like, even Joe Dispenza will say, like, you need to get your body at this reset, at this balance, so then you can do all these other things. If all these other things are distracting you, that's really hard to get your desired outcome. So people feel like they're under your spell. They love watching what you manifest, what you bring to the table. And it's a lot about quality, not quantity. So don't let other people try to make you feel bad, or don't be too hard on yourself if you're like, oh, I should be doing way better. It should be different. It should be bigger. The divine is wanting us to focus on it being quality of the people that are around you. It'll be easier for you to sift through anyone who's being fake, anyone who's a fraud, anyone who's a con artist. And I don't know why that's going to be so helpful, but it is. You guys are going to be taking a short break as well. If you are normally an over-explainer, like I had to do this because I had to do that, you're not over-explaining yourself. You're not over-explaining yourself. You're like, I said what I said when I said it. Affirm it below. I said what I said when I said it. Whether it's canceling plans, yeah, I can't do that for you, or even calling somebody out. You're going to say what you need to say, and you're going to keep it moving. You're like, I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this one time. I don't F with this. I don't F with that. This is the standard. This is the rule. This is the ladder. If you don't like it, there's the door. You guys have a way of planting seeds in people's minds as well. You guys make people really think, well, if I did this, or if a lot of us went and did this and we stood together, this could happen. They're starting to think like, whoa, why don't we think that way? Why are we so... There's a big bad wolf in every circumstance, in every narrative that you're dealing with. There's a big bad wolf at your job. There's a big bad wolf in your family. Okay? There's a big bad wolf in your job. There's a big bad wolf in your family. And they're being fake with you because they're slightly terrified of you. But there's this whole group of people that they don't realize their strength in numbers. They don't realize that their opinion of the big bad wolf is legitimate. The big bad wolf doesn't need to come and huff and puff or do anything. But nobody believes. Nobody believes. They're like, well, why doesn't anybody do that? This is why you guys are so courageous. That's another thing I want to talk to you guys about. You guys are courageous because you walk away from things that other people could not fathom. You left that money on the table. You left that person over there. You left them. You divorced them. You stopped talking to your family. The people that are meant to be around you right now are the people that are about that life, not the people that pretend to be. The people that pretend to be about that life are going to show themselves to you at this time. Okay? You are taking a break and you are getting away to really look at the last of the big bad wolves in your life and what you're going to put up with. Okay? This could have been a family member that wants to play both sides. Okay, you guys have some people in your life, they want to play both sides. Some people, they're terrified of the big bad wolf and they don't like the fact that you can stand on business. They're like, well, at this job, we're all scared of the big bad wolf, so you need to be too. You're like, on what planet? Well, in this family, we're all scared of the big bad wolf, so you need to be too. You're like, on what planet? On what planet? So I don't know why there's so many disruptions that, like, it just tells me that people don't want you to have this message. Spirits don't want you to have this message because you are getting ready to usher in a new era. But if you don't believe that you are, then you'll stay scared in the corner. If you don't believe that you can challenge the big bad wolf or that you've truly stood up to them, what are you really getting done? What are you really getting done? So you're not going to be influenced in that way. You're not going to be influenced in that way. You're not going to be swayed in that way. And I don't know why that's showing up, but people are really going to be showing you their whole patootie right now, their whole behind. Let me be very clear. People are going to be showing you who they really are. And these are the last bit of people you know you need to stop talking to. Delusional to the umpteenth degree, and not in a good way. The last bit of friends, the last bit of family, the last little bit. They've pulled the last straw. This is the straw that broke the camel's back. It's not going to work anymore. And you guys might cry a little bit. Like, I love that person. And they're not strong enough to stand up for me. I love that person, and they're not strong enough to be loyal to me. They're not strong enough to follow my lead. They're not strong enough to usher in this new era. They think that they need the big bad wolf. I'm not here for that. So what do? They make you the bad guy while trying to play in your face. Okay? They want to play in your face while saying, I'm not scared of the big bad wolf. You are. I'm not scared. But they are scared. Their actions towards you show that they're scared. They're doing a lot of talking. They're not ready to walk that walk. The walk that you are walking is lonely. It is lonely because you've had to shut people down and put them where they go. You've had to put them where they go. And you got a whole lot of pretenders that are like, I can do that. Woo woo. I can do that too. Where's it at then? Family? Bestie? Where's it at? Whether these are your coworkers that are like, I could stand up to the boss. Let me see you do it. They haven't done anything. They're talking. Family members. I could stand up to them. When have they done that? They can all be bought, and the devil knows your price. Let me be very clear. The devil has messengers too. The devil knows your price, and the devil's favorite tool is getting you a lover and making you think that that's your soulmate. Riddle me what? Okay? There's people that are mad at you because they couldn't stand up to the big bad wolf. They're like, well, I meant to, but I didn't because I need their handouts, and I need their bribes, and I need their gifts, and I need their money. So I'm just going to be mad at you instead, just like what they're doing. Toodaloo. Toodaloo. Heavy lies the crown. You got to stand on business when you wear this crown. It's not for fake. It's for real. Okay? These people thought I can play in their face. I'm going to get what I need from collective and stay in the big bad wolf's graces. I'm going to be the big bad wolf's little minion, and I'm going to play in the collective's face. Heavy lies the crown, and you're going to show them what this crown does. They thought, oh, they have a soft spot for me. They're reliant on my forgiveness. They could never do that to me. You're getting ready to fly off this cliff as the Fool 2.0. And before, you're like skittish. Like, I'm not going over that cliff. You go over that cliff. Now you're like, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm running. Maybe I'll fly. Maybe I won't. Okay. Yeah. There is a whole new confidence coming out of you. And it's coming from a place of pain. This is what you're getting ready to transmute. The people that acted like whole time, I could do what you do. They peacock, okay? They parade around social media, and in these spiritual streets, they parade around as if they do the same thing as you. You are having to reevaluate, like, I can't have anybody playing in my face like that. You're pretending. You're a pretender. The big bad wolf, I do not allow access. So if you're mad at me because I will not allow the big bad wolf to access my life, you have me all the way effed up. And that's a riddle you will never be able to sort. Okay? If you think that I'm going to let the big bad wolf come in, be a parent, be my boss, be a grandparent, tell me what to do, you show people that you don't need them. And people that use that as a control tactic, they use it as a scare tactic, they use it as a control tactic. I have the money. Dance for the money. Be my friend for the money. Be my favorite child for the money. No. You're like, I'll go starve over here. I'm fine. God will provide a way because a real one wouldn't do that to me. A real one wouldn't shame me. A real one wouldn't starve me. A real one wouldn't kick me out onto the street. A real one wouldn't do all of the things that these people have been doing to you. So whatever people you're looking at, the last ones you're getting rid of, you're like, I loved you. I rode for you. I had unwavering loyalty. And what did you show me? You can't stand alone. You can't stand up to them for real. And you thought I'd be a part of your plot? They're like, so we're all kind of getting treated like crap by the big bad wolf. And if you could just like comply for like a day, then I can like be friends with you and like kind of talk to you. We don't play by their rules. We stopped playing by their rules a long time ago. So whoever's coming into this timeline trying to say, please, 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 and some of them aren't even asking you, they're just doing weird stuff. And you're like, you thought I would? You thought I would? Everyone that is acting this way really wants you to put your crown down. They're like, oh my gosh, like they're not that royal. But they're playing in your face by telling you are. Oh my gosh, I love that crown on you. I love it. Behind the scenes, they're like, oh, they can't stand on their own. They don't actually ride for you. You are figuring out the people that never rode for you that were fake from Jump Street. And it hurts when it's family. It hurts when it's people that you've known for a really long time. Okay? We have exes, old friends, past life influence. You're starting to realize that this person had an influence on you in the past. Maybe they were younger. You know, maybe they weren't able or they were younger, so you had to take them under your wing. And now you're like, what a big disappointment. You know what it reminds me of? The movie The Help. It reminds me of the movie The Help. The maids in The Help are like, we love these children so much. And then they become just like their mothers. That is this situation. You love somebody so much, but you know they're going to become like the big bad wolf because they're not as strong as you. They don't really listen to you. They don't really ride for you. So you're having to acknowledge, like, I have to let them go. Because this ain't gonna ever happen. Not on my playing field. Okay, not on my playing field, but it is just like that. We know what that's like with children, grandchildren, family, siblings, parents, grandparents. We know what that's like when we have tried since they were a younger age to make it something different, to show them this is what it's like to be a generational curse breaker. This is what it's like to stand on your own. I know it's a little bit scary, but you will get used to it, and God will provide a way and a path. They are showing you they never really believed that, but they took you for everything you had along the way. Okay? So whoever that person was to you that you took under your wing, you're just like, I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta do what I gotta do. A lot of you guys are spiritual teachers, your leaders, your advisors, your counselors, your therapists, whether you really want to be one or not. And there's bad apples that look up to you, and there's good apples that look up to you. And there are a couple bad apples that you're really praying for. Like, I really pray for them to, see the light, but we can't force anybody's evolution. We can't force anybody to be loyal or to love us correctly, even when they're in our bloodline, even when they're family. Okay? So you are looking at what you consider to be soul contracts. And you might be giving them a whole ticket. Like, you know what? I tried this for a timer 5. Here's your plane ticket. Have a nice life. Okay? You will not ride these coattails. I will not be your golden ticket. Especially if they tried to put you in a plot in the last year. A lot of you guys dealt with people that tried to put you in some type of plot. And now they're going to have to watch you soar, fly, leap, and glow. Your work motivates people, and you are ushering in a new era. And this new era does not include the betrayal of last year. This new era does not include all the people you cut off last year, walked away from last year. And they're a little mad about it. But they don't have the audacity to tell you. Okay, they don't have the audacity to tell you, like, I was wrong. That's the first place they effed up. They couldn't say, I was wrong. They couldn't say, I take accountability. You know what? I tried to involve you in a plot, in a scheme without you really knowing. These people try to set you up. Some of them got away with it. Some of them got away with it, and some of them didn't. But you guys got rid of 1 to 6 people. If you know, you know. You got rid of 1 to 6 people last year, and they ain't going anywhere near this new era. So let's say you got rid of 5 people, and the person number 6 has been hiding behind the scenes, only peeping out for a plot or a scheme or a dirty plan. And your intuitive bells were all going off like, there's something about that I don't trust, whether they're my blood, my child, my family, that I don't trust. You're closing out this cycle. The people that love your work and love what you do, they don't try to undermine you. These people were trying to undermine you. They didn't want to say, you know what, I effed up by trying to run game on you. I effed up by trying to play in your face. They will never admit that. They will never admit that. They will never admit that they try to sabotage you. You will never allow it again. You will never allow it again. And the people that really want to be somebody, the people that really want to be independent, they want to be moguls, gurus, whatever it is that they stand in, they're looking up to you because you're the pioneer of what you do. Heavy lies the crown. This is the boss. This is success. This is stable. This is CEO energy. I cannot. See this? This is your new beginning. Do you see anybody with you? That ish is for the birds. There's no one with you here. Okay? Not a sibling, not a parent. There's nobody here with you. You're like, I'm ready. I can't quit now. I've been standing on business for too long. I've been standing on business for too long. I can't quit now. Okay? You're ready. Affirm it below. I'm ready. Okay, let's see. What else we got? Some people are disappointed in your decision. Or maybe they thought they were going to get more fight out of you. Some people were trying to bait you into a moment of you melting down or freaking out. And that is so far behind you. You're like, I'm saving it for a real one where there's actual resolution. They're not committed to misunderstanding me, and they're not trying to undermine me too. You wanted me to have a whole meltdown. You wanted me to freak out, whether you're a people pleaser in recovery, a hothead in recovery, whatever the case is, they thought that they could pull it out of you. Affirm it below. I'm saving it for a real one. For some reason, if you are normally triggered by a certain person at your job, like, oh my gosh, they're always getting away with you know what. They're always getting away with stuff. They just annoy you, like the narcissist in your life that you're just trying to get away from. Whatever the case is, your emotions have been reset and you could care less. Whatever they tried to drag out of you last year, whatever emotion they wanted you to have in regards to them will never happen again. It will never happen again. A, because you know you've won. B, because you know you're protected. And you will continue to stand on business. You guys are getting ready to graduate this lesson. People that do not deserve to be in your life, people that do not deserve the time of day, and the new protocol, the new era that you are ushering in. I love this card. It's so gorgeous. You are flying so high they can't touch you. There is so much light around you. You are not the same person. You're not the same person. Do you see anybody with this earth angel? It's just her and her spirit team. Her and her actual supporters. People that are actually of the light. Not imposters. Not posers. Like real recognizes real. And you want peace. You're like, you don't bring peace into my life. Goodbye. So I don't feel bad about the people that I block. If you're committed to misunderstanding me, goodbye. If you're here to undermine me, goodbye. If you're here to be disruptive, goodbye. You have to pay to be a troll over here. You got to pay with a subscription. And you got to pay 3 weeks, 21 days to come up on here and do something or say something stupid. That's sad. It means you were a hater from Jump Street. Okay? You choose your peace. You're like, anybody in here trying to bring some ignorant whatever, I'm going to show you what I do with that. You're insignificant. I don't think about you at all. So here you are, blood boiling, stewing, and thinking of 80 different sentences to say, and I don't think about you at all. My life is fine and dandy. That's what these people don't understand. They're like, I'm thinking about them, I'm plotting, I've got all these things I want to say because I want them to feel like crap. They could never. You are a role model. You show other people how to protect themselves. Do you understand that? Do you understand that that's like one of the most powerful things that you teach people is how to protect themselves, how to stand on loyalty to themselves, how to stand on their self-love? You teach people how to not settle for anything less. We don't do crumbs over here. Okay? The Decepticon will say these crumbs are glow in the dark. This casserole I'm bringing to your house is amazing. And we're like, no, it's a busted plate of spaghetti. Drop your plates of spaghetti down below. We haven't done that in a long time. Okay? They try to come over and they're like, oh my gosh, I have a casserole for you. It's crumbs. We know. They're like, it looks like spaghetti. And we got our own bomb recipe. Okay? We got our own bomb recipe. You teach people how to have a voice. You don't think the devil wants to shut that down? There's bots, trolls, enemies, haters. We don't accept crumbs in any form. Spaghetti, casserole, glow in the dark. We don't accept it in any form. You teach people how to use their discernment, how to listen to their intuition. You teach people how to love themselves, how to be independent, how to not settle. Okay? So anybody that thought they were going to pull an emotion or a rabbit out of your situation or out of your vicinity, they were sorely mistaken. They were sorely mistaken. You are focused on the fact that you've been going through this hard reset. You got your health in order. You got your happiness in order. You got your love in order. You got your finances in order. And it might not be jumping up through the heavens, but it's stabilized. Okay? Because after you reset, you've got to kind of rebuild. It's stable. And stable is better than spiraling. Stable is better than rotting. So for those of you like, it's not moving fast enough, I'm a little bit concerned. You just did the hardest reset of your life. We are lucky things are stable. We are lucky. We are lucky. Okay? Like a moth to a flame. You're going to have a lot of different characters in this season. And you're mastering different ways of changing your aesthetic without doing anything permanent. I don't know who that's for, but you'll know what that means. Knowing what to do in the Venus retrograde and what to not. And I feel like you guys have probably learned from past retrogrades of things that felt, detrimental to you. So you guys might feel like, oh, I didn't change that much, but people see you like, wow, what a chameleon, what a butterfly, what a peacock. Like every day I get something different from them. You are walking on sunshine. Okay? You are walking on sunshine. Wow. We have the star. Hope is powerful. Zool, thank you for your donation. May you receive that back tenfold. Hope is a powerful, powerful feeling. For you to be able to help others believe, like, hey, hope is on the way and help is on the way. That is powerful when people are lost, confused, and in a place of despair. You do that for people. Don't you let anybody tell you, a narcissistic parent, a karmic whoever, do not let them tell you or feed you any line of crap that is less than what your value is. You are the star, and you will always be the star. You will always be the star of the show, even when you're not trying to be. Okay? Even on your worst day, you're the star of the show. Even on your worst day, you take center stage. People love being around what you create. Okay? They love being around this 10 of Cups. You bring happiness everywhere you go. People are like, oh, I needed that today. I was so down. I was so bummed. I was having this negative thought. Thank you. This is what you do for people. So maybe the star card is your card when you're watching a message or a reading. Maybe that's like your confirmation, like this is my message. Okay. Oh, here's one of my other favorite cards in this deck. Shoot your shot, Decepticons. They're like, we took their eye and they're still ready. They're still ready. You have all of this protection around you. It's like Hunger Games. When you are stepping towards your purpose, it's like Hunger Games out here. People get ferocious, or they think that they're ferocious. You can roar without saying a word. You're not scared. Look how many eyes are behind you. You know people are always watching you. You know people are always monitoring you. If you're chosen, you know. If you're an earth angel, you know. People weren't like, Jesus is speaking today and we're not judging him or anything. People judged him. Okay? People judge the guru, the goat. They try to label them. They try to bring them down. If you're not dealing with that, you're not popping, and this probably ain't your message. Okay? If you are not dealing with that daily, people trying to take you out, this probably is not your message. Because anybody doing what I'm saying, what I've been channeling, deals with that often in every aspect of their life. And this is what you teach people to do. When they stack the odds against you, you stand a little bit taller and you pray a little bit louder. Okay? Oops, wrong way. People don't understand. Oh my gosh, who cares about them? They're in your past. The people in your past, they don't want to be in your past. You are on a divine mission. People don't want you to be on that divine mission. I think people were like, oh yeah, Jesus is cool. Let's just leave him alone. Let him do his thing. They weren't letting him do his thing. You think people are going to let you do your thing? You're going to pray louder. You're going to stand taller. You're going to work on your direct line with the Most High. And a lot of people are going to be triggered along the way, and you'll know just what to do with it. You feel me? You'll know just what to do with it. We have the Penguin. You have been prepared to sacrifice things and people for what you really love, for what you really desire. There were people, like you love helping people. So there were people, again, confirmation that you took under your wing. You're like, I love them. I believe in them. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. I want them to succeed. And they kept burning you. So you're like, I got to let them go. I got to sacrifice them having to figure it out on their own. You know, it's like having a child that's don't want to listen. They got to F around and find out. I was one of those children. I was like, oh, the stove is hot. I'm going to touch it. Now what? Okay, I'm burned. That sucks. Okay? It was, I always had to F around and find out. You could tell me anything. I'm like, oh yeah? Let me see. Okay, I'm very stubborn. And it's taken me a long time to come up out of that. A long time. So whatever you guys are doing, you are doing it well. Okay? You are having to sacrifice somebody you know that's not going to listen. You're like, okay, well, they just got to find out. And if it leads them back to me, great. If it doesn't, I tried. Sometimes we have to know that we did the most that we could. For family, for loved ones, like I tried. Okay? Before I went zero contact with my family, I know in my heart I gave everything I had. And it didn't matter. Not only did it not matter, but it was all spun around into a completely different narrative. I'm like, oh, so we're not even going to recollect it correctly? So if you see them and they're not even acquainted with the facts, what can you even do with that? You just tell the Most High, I tried. And now I'm just going to work on forgiving them. They don't bring me peace. They don't bring me love. They don't bring me happiness. They don't bring me harmony. So you guys are learning how to do you. As painful as that is. I have naughty or nice. There are some people that see you as mischievous. They're like, what are they up to? Because your life looks so playful. It looks like something you shouldn't be able to have. You shouldn't be able to be in love like that. You shouldn't be able to be so happy at your job like that. People just don't understand, like, what are they really up to? Like, they gotta be up to something crazy if they just love life so much. Like, people think it's like a plot or a game, and it's not. It's not. So you're naughty and nice. That's what I'm getting. Oh my gosh, when it was Christmas time, I had these little Grinch bags that said the naughty list. They're so cute. You guys know I love a good Grinch, Dr. Seuss, Cindy Lou Who moment. I love that. And I was like, these are the cutest bags ever. And they were blue with, they were like a royal blue. Kind of like, they're like that type of blue. Maybe a little bit bluer. And I had the Grinch and like little Cindy Lou Who. And I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Cindy. We'll call her Cindy. I think I said it right. I don't know why I'm second guessing it, but anyways. And it has them on the bag. The bags are like this big. And I thought, how cute would that be to have pink tissue paper coming up out of that? Adorable. But you guys are showing people life doesn't have to be so like boring. Okay? People find you playful, magnetic, mischievous, irresistible, and they want more of that in their life. You are here to spice it up, to kick it up a notch. And people are like, oh my gosh, I love them. I want to put them in my pocket. I want to be their best friend. And so anybody that doesn't see you as such, anybody that doesn't see your worth, doesn't want to worship the ground that you walk on as your lover, they can fly through twice. They can fly through twice. It is Cindy Lou Who. Thank you, Jocelyn. I was like, wait, that's her name, right? I didn't just like make that up. Thank you, Sunflower. I have a lot of stuffies. I have a lot of dragons. They're not even out here. These are just my regular schmegular. But I've got dragons because I love Game of Thrones. I love House of the Dragon. And I am going to be sharing that movie with you guys to show you how people try to emulate you while clowning you. They're like, oh my gosh, what are they wearing? That's hysterical. What are they talking about? That's hysterical. What are they doing the next day? Same thing as you. I freaking love dragons. I collect dragon stuffies. And then when I get them, I gotta buy them in twos because you gotta make everything fair around here. Okay? Gotta make everything fair. Okay, we got the zebra. You could charm the stripes off a zebra. I've been getting that a lot. We got duality, black and white. That's also how you're looking at some of these situations. You're like, that ain't in black and white. So when people are talking to you crazy, you're like, it's not that complicated. But you know they're trying to get something over on you, or they're trying to play in your face, or they're trying to get one over on you. You are learning the art of blending opposites to help you see new layers of the truth. You're like, two things can be true at once. I just love this energy because you're seeing how smart you are. And maybe before you'd be like, oh, I don't know if I'm that smart. I don't want to call myself a genius or a prodigy or anything like that because I'm ADHD or OCD or I got all these things wrong with me. You're no longer going to diagnose yourself that way. You're going to give yourself a new diagnosis. I am a genius. I am pretty awesome. I sprinkle on a little mischief. I'm a pretty good time. You are adding new labels. You are adding new roles. You are getting rid of the ones that you've been giving yourself for such a long time. You know when you see a friend that's like, they're always playing the same narrative with a lover, or they're always playing the same narrative with a job, and you're like, I could show you the way. Okay, like Aladdin. I could show you the world. And they just don't. You're just like, damn it. They just don't understand what I'm trying to say here. But they just keep playing that same thing. The kids just keep playing the same narrative. You're like, you don't have to feel like this at a job. It doesn't have to be the same narrative every time. I used to be like that. Okay? I used to think like everyone's out to get me. It's a conspiracy. They're all against me. And now I know like some of them are against me, but it's for different reasons. Okay. You got a motorcycle confirmation. Ooh, I got another thing too, okay, that I channeled from that movie. You could be in a position of power, but because you show people kindness, like you get so much love and respect. Okay? Other people could be ganging up on somebody else like, oh my gosh, what are they doing? And making them feel bad. But you are the powerful voice that will come in and say, that's wrong. Stop doing that. Everything you do when you stand up like that is so matter of fact. It's so monotone that they're just like, they didn't sprinkle on anything extra? I'm a little scared. I cannot wait to share that movie with you guys. Now, again, warning, it is in French. It is English subtitles, but it's still a good movie. Okay, I love to share good movies with you guys. Okay. I think you guys feel good about the couple of people that you have around you, knowing where their loyalty lies. Maybe it's been a rough week. Maybe it's been a rough month. You know, the past 30 days. But you're really starting to see where people's loyalty lies. Because you've got a calling. And you can't be messing around or going to lunch or having tea parties with the wrong people. You feel me? You're starting to see anybody that was hidden in the dark, there's a veil being lifted. They're no longer able to fly under the radar. It is now officially in black and white for you. Anybody that was straddling the fence, playing both sides, or in the gray area is gone. You are now seeing where people's loyalty lies because you need resilient soldiers, star messengers, and friends around you. You need real ones around you, not fake ones. Okay, you need real ones around you. So it doesn't matter if it's just 2 people. It is quantity. Quality. Those 2 people that you have around you are ferocious, and I wouldn't want to F around and find out with neither one of them. Because you could have 10 fake ones behind you that really couldn't scare a fly. You got 2 real ones. Some of you guys got 1, some of you guys got 2, some of you guys got 4. You guys can drop it in the comments how many real ones you have beside you. Besides the Most High, besides your spirit team. You guys are going to terrify people, but I was getting a strong 2. Okay, there are 2 people where you're like, dang, I only got 1 lover and 1 friend, and I wish I had more than that, but I mean, it's what I got. Or I only have 2 friends and no lover, but, you know I don't even have to question them. They don't have to question me. This is why you're being shown, okay, hey, remember this person over here? Don't forget that family member over there that always is leaning on you for whatever, that likes to be in the gray area. You're going to see where their loyalty lies. You could be disappointed. Don't worry, it won't last long. You could be disappointed, like, dang, they were out here going to do me like that. It's okay. It's okay. They weren't destined to be in your corner. And if your life was on the line, would you want your life in their hands? Okay? If this was about to be cast away, would we want our life in their hands? If we were going to be stranded on an island, would we want, do you know what I mean? So some of these people are very lucky. They're very fortunate that you are going to be forgiving them, that you are going to be even being cordial. They don't understand the amount of grace that you've given them by not ripping their head off. The amount of grace that you've given them by not telling them whatever you wanted to tell them. You're like, who is that going to serve? I want you guys to comment down below if it's family, work, or friends. Okay, family, work, or friends. Getting a lot of 2s. All of the above. Family. I got it with strong family because it's like, who else would really be left besides a job that's hard to leave or family? Do you know what I mean? Like, it would be that job you're like, oh, I can't go just yet because, you know, sometimes it's not that easy. And I understand that. And you guys are giving yourself grace. You're like, I know what I got to do and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. But what else could it really be if it's the last one in this cycle? Do you know what I mean? The one that's been like ducking and dodging your guidelines. The one that's been ducking and like, if y'all did not have a year where you depleted a whole bunch of people from your contact list last year. If you guys did not get rid of 4 to 6 people last year, well, guess what? You're going to be doing it this year. There's people that you're getting rid of that you're being shown like this is where their loyalty lies. They never were really going to give you anything. So it is what it is. And it sucks to do. Okay. Anything else? Whoa. We have the snake. Isn't it the year of the snake? Shocking change, liberation, shedding, healing, caution, lies. You are shedding your old skin and transforming yourself into something better. Okay? So these people knew that you had a soft spot for them. And they thought, well, I'll keep playing them as long as they'll let me in. That time is out. That time is out. Okay. I'm going to finish out with this. Hi, Star. Anything not of the light or the divine plan is no longer welcome here and must leave immediately. Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors. And thank you, spirit guides. Anyone trying to spy or pry or bring some BS, and may they be dealt with in the name of Jesus. Amen. A lot of you guys decluttered last year, like Star said. A lot of us already did this last year, but there's 1 or 2 people that are like, they thought they missed out on the party. They're like, oh, I didn't have to go anywhere. I'm still here. You're ready to create and progress. You're like, back to the drawing board. Oh yeah, they need to go first, okay? They need to go first. Thank you, Blue Jay. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Lunar. So I feel like for those of you that got rid of a lot of people last year, you maybe have 1 left, or you're getting rid of vices, different things that you're dependent on for like your health or your mental health. And then others of you that worked on your mental health and your physical health last year, this year, you're working on the people that you need to get rid of. Thank you, Kyrie. Time to move on. You're like, I'm not waiting. I see the writing on the wall. It's time. You know when the time's up. You're like, okay, we had a good little run, but the time is up. I'm glad to see you too. Okay. Hope on the horizon. You guys give people hope. Okay. You guys give people hope when they're upside down, when they can't see straight, when they feel confused. And you show people what the fair ratio needs to be. They don't need to be giving 90 and getting 10%. It needs to be a different approach, whether it's 50-50 or this is what I have to give today. Okay, you could come home and say, you know what? I only got 50 to give. I only got 20 to give. I need you to pick up the slack. And tomorrow I will do the same. Okay, you guys are having hard conversations with people about whatever ratio doesn't really work anymore. Like, it can't really be fair. Okay, say you're in a feminine, divine feminine, divine masculine type of relationship, and you're trying to be 50-50. How can you really be in your feminine energy if you are 50-50? It's kind of straddling a very tough line, because you want to stay soft. You don't want to carry more. The divine feminine has to carry less. The Empress doesn't carry 50%. I don't think. You guys can comment down below on what you think about that. But I know we need to be more honest about where we're at. When you're in a relationship, yeah, it's supposed to be, you know, like I share, you do, whatever. Or some of you guys believe that they should just take care of you. Whatever the case is, you should be able to come home and say, I am at 20%. I need 80 from you. I'm having a really hard time. You might have a week like that. You might have a day like that. And then they're going to be in a position where they need that from you. Okay? They come home. They only have 20%. You got 80 to give. You're going to pick up the slack. It's just like if you're with a person that you love and they lose a job and you're like, I got you. And they get it up out of the mud and you guys are good again. You lose a job, they're picking you up out of the mud. We need to be more honest about where we're at. We cannot be the divine masculine and the divine, like we can't be all the things. We're trying to find a proper balance. Some of us, because we've had to raise ourselves, we've had to do so much for ourselves, we get into our masculine, like, I gotta get this done. Okay, I just need it done now. And it's a fine line between control, wanting things done, trying to evolve, trying to be better, but also not trying to do it all. So there's so many different things that you've been trying to figure out about yourself and how you communicate with others. You're one or two people that are loyal, ferociously loyal. You going up to them and being like, my battery's done. And them nursing you back to health. Them coming up to you and saying, my battery's done. And saying, I got you. Our batteries are not always the same. If any of you guys have gotten the Vivio Active 5 watch because of me or used my affiliate link, it is like the best watch. It's so simple to use. I freaking love it. I'm obsessed with it. I have an Apple Watch, but I don't use it. And I just like that this watch is more user-friendly. You can hook it up to an Android or an Apple or an iPhone. And you, based on how you slept, how you stressed, how you walked, how you maneuvered throughout the day and night, will give you a body battery. Okay? And I think this is how it is for all Garmin watches. I'm not sure, but I know that's how it is for the Vivo Active watches. So let's say you got a lot of sleep last night and you didn't stress yesterday. You should wake up with a body battery of 80 to 100%. And that body battery goes down throughout the day. It'll say, hey, you're stressing right now. Your stress level is high. You were just cursing people out in traffic. Your stress level is high. Let's try some breath work. Let's try to calm down. I freaking love this watch. It like keeps me in check of when I'm stressing. And sometimes I think I'm just fine, you know, being a whole crazy person in traffic. And my watch is like, you're not fine. It keeps track of your breath per minute. Okay. When you're doing breath work, your heart rate. What else? Keeps track of, your sleep and your naps. So let's say you slept, but all of your sleep was interrupted. It'll tell you didn't get good sleep. You're starting with the body battery this morning. Okay. Every morning your watch will say, are you ready to wake up? Are you ready? We had your phone on do not disturb or your device on do not disturb all throughout the night. Are you ready to wake up right now? Are you ready to see what your body battery score is and what the weather is? And you're like, I'm ready. And then you're like, oh, that's what happened last night. Oh yeah, it's because I was stressing. It'll tell you when to chill out. Like, hey, you've been stressing all day and you already didn't get good sleep last night. So how about we chill? Okay? How about we chill and just like calm down for a little bit? Even 5 minutes of breath work can do a lot for your nervous system. I know some people are like, it's annoying, I don't want to do it. And we need more oxygen. We need to recalibrate. We need more oxygen. Even I'm trying to get better at that. So whether it's meditating or breath work for you, I highly recommend this watch, and I can't link it enough. I think I linked it in my last video. I'm pretty sure I linked it in my last video. If you guys are looking for an affiliate link, it is like, I love this watch. And the battery lasts for 7 days. Okay? You don't have to charge this thing for 7 days. It's amazing. It's easy to see the steps. It's easy to see if you're stressing. It's easy to see if you're chilling. It's easy to see what your body battery is throughout the day. It's just so easy to use. I can't get over it. But anyways, you should be able to say to someone, hey, I'm not doing too hot today. I'm going to need some help. I'm going to need some picking up of the slack. And I promise I will do it's this give and take, this push and pull. It reminds me of an oracle card that I have, which is Mott, okay? And it says Mott, give and take, but it's like the proper give and take. You are learning this with friends and people that you really care about. Like, they're wanting to do something for you, but you might not be used to that. And you're like, no, let me give. They're like, no, park your behind, let me give. And you're like, I'm not used to people giving me stuff. I'm not used to people gifting me stuff. You know, like, you're getting in tune with your body. And the people that are meant to be around you are going to want the same for you, because they're also trying to do that. They're going to have similar ways of eating. They're going to have similar ways of doing things. And you'll find the synchronicities or the things that align. You'll find it crazy once you're like really looking at it. You are so aligned with the people that are supposed to be around you. I love it. I love it. I love it. So stay in touch with your body. Some of you guys are going on a tea journey, or you're starting a juicing journey. You're eating more vegetables. You might be putting hydrogen in your water. There's all types of things you guys could be doing and you're getting into. Make the journey more exciting for you. People are going to be dropping gems along the way, like, hey, did you know about this person? You can get this from this person, and that might help you. These are all supposed to happen this way. Okay? The people you're being aligned with are powerful. They're powerful. They've been underestimated, but they're powerful. Just like you. I love it. I love you guys so much. I'm going to link the watch. Okay, I didn't yet in this video, but I'm going to link the Vivo Active 5 so I can get you guys an affiliate link. I'll try to link a white watch and a black watch for, but you can get different, I just love that they're round. So how this all even came to play, into place is that I wanted a round one. I was like, I want a round one. I don't want a square one. How about that? And then I started researching and going down this rabbit hole of smartwatches, and I was like, whoa, I want that watch. I want this one. So you can even get the little bands on Amazon. Okay, they're really inexpensive to get, the face screen covers and whatever gems you want to add to it. But I will link 2 watches after this live stream ends, and I will share the movie, okay, the movie that I mentioned, okay? You are naughty and nice. Your work motivates people to get up and try, even your enemies. Even then, they're going to clown you first, okay? They're going to try to dog you first, and then they're going to be like, oh my gosh, let me try that for myself. Let me see if I can make it look better. Like, okay, do you? You even inspire your enemies. You even inspire your enemies. Okay, so I'm going to share the movie, Jean de Berry, and I'm going to share 2 links for the watch. Okay, if you are on Patreon, be checking your notifications. If you're on members only, be checking your notifications because it's about that time of the week for you guys to be getting your content. Thank you to all of you guys that follow me on TikTok. Thank you all of you guys that follow me on Patreon. Members only. I love all of my platforms so much, and thank you to all of you that support me on YouTube. I have my plaque hanging up. I think I shared it. I did share it in a short. Yeah, notifications. I was like, that's not a word, but we be making up words over here. It's fine. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to drop your favorite affirmation. You can also participate even if you're watching the replay. You know, dropping your numbers of how many people that you feel are loyal to you, or is it family? Is it work that's doing this? Is it a relationship? Is it all of the above? I love reading your guys' comments, and I'm just so grateful for your guys' encouragement, love, and support. I'm sending you guys hugs and smooches through the screen. Don't forget to smash the, you know what, hit the bell. Duh, you don't want to miss out. Hello. Okay. And then be looking out for the things that I'll be sharing if you're looking for those links. If you're looking for a good new movie to watch that kind of will resonate with how people perceive you. And if you're looking for a cool new smartwatch. Okay. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys got to see it. Oh, I wasn't trying to cry, but I didn't want to like stick it at the beginning of the video like, hey, watch this. But I was like, I didn't want to make it its own video. So I was like, ugh. Let me just put it at the end, and I'll just put some words in the front that's like, hey, it's at the end if you want to watch it. And I know that my A1 day ones and those that are most loyal to me will watch the whole video, will listen to the whole message, and watch me share that with you at the end. And that's what it's about. As I wouldn't want anyone, I wouldn't want it any other way. Okay, I'm not trying to cry in front of whoever. Okay, I'm not trying to cry in front of whoever. Okay, so remember who you are. Remember what you bring to the table. Your work motivates. There's a lot of eyes on you. It doesn't matter what they've taken from you and what they think they got. You're ushering in a new era. You can't quit now. You can't quit now. You can't. All right. Oh, thank you, Starseed. I've just been moving my hair around. I just move it this way, move it that way, move it this way, move it that way. But I don't, you know, my own, because you guys know it's Venus retrograde and we can't be doing all of that. So I have to like shift things around. Like I'm moving around and then I'm moving my hair around because I'm like, I'm not taking scissors to this. I'll take scissors to, you know, extensions, but I'm not taking scissors to my hair during Venus retrograde. It's not happening. It's not happening. And what else? I think that's it. Yes, you will never quit. Never, never, never. So yeah, if you guys are feeling tempted, like remember the first 2 weeks of this retrograde Venus, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I want to do this. I want to change these things, but is it permanent? Did you just think of this idea or have you been thinking about this idea? Because trust and believe I have made that mistake during Venus do. And I was like, girl, what did you just do? Like, can't be doing permanent things on. So never again. Never again. So I can figure out ways to change things without changing things. Because every impulse will be calling to you, like, go get that new car. Go get it. Go get that. Go get that new do. Go get that new hair color. Like everything's going to be like, do this, do that, do. No, be careful, bestie. I'm just speaking from experience. Be careful. You will feel impulsive to get a new haircut, to try something different you've never tried before. Try a version of it. See if there's a way to try it that is not permanent. You know what I mean? I just change my part a lot. Like I'll go from middle to side to bangs to middle to braids to, and that's the closest thing I'm getting right now to like what I, you know, would even venture off to do. So you guys will figure out what will help you like scratch that itch of the Venus retrograde. You feel me? But yeah, I'm so excited to share this movie with you guys. I think you guys are really gonna like it because I know you guys like some of these movies like I do. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah. Bye guys. Toodles.